All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it as always. All right. Let's get the 5 by 5s out of the way. See if I can mark that time. All right, Maverick, thank you for the 5 by 5. Buster, Trapperbot, Kimberly, thank you for the 5 by 5. Ryan, thank you for the 5 by 5. There was somebody. Elaine, thank you for the 5 by 5. Shy, Cheyenne T, thank you for the 5 by 5. Patrice, Tom Tom, Oops, Let's Go, Maria, Eric, Evolving Media, thank you for the 5 by 5. Flongon, Raccoon, Third Eye, Dobie, Colt, Cowboy, F you all, Prep to Adapt, Toto, Water Tiger James, Standalone, thank you for the 5 by 5. Dan Phillips, Sorsha, Jan, Carabine, Donovan, No Juan, Crow, thank you for the 5 by 5. Danny, GMA, Brian, James, Mr. Golf, I'm sorry, Mississippi Golf, thank you for the 5 by 5. Mitch, Michelle, Patty, Filago, Vin Lago, thank you for the 5 by 5. Oops, Charles, John, Sojourner, Netherland, thank you for the 5 by 5. Cherokee, thank you for the 5 by 5. All right, around the same time. All right. So, guys, let's get into it. There is another mass job cut coming our way, probably next month. Um, let's see. There was, of course, I had notes, and now I got to look for them. But this is getting pretty. This is getting pretty bad, right? And the video I had, the notes I had, was a ton of jobs. It's a list. It's a long list of jobs of people getting cuts. Why does he keep doing it? Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. So, as we already know, Amazon is letting go 30,000 or cutting 30,000 jobs. Excuse me. The problem, guys, is that we're seeing more of this, and each company, well, Amazon is outright stating that they're letting 30,000 people go because of AI. No shit, 75 people? Yeah, there was somebody who was just letting go of a bunch of people this this month. It's another company. But let's see if I can find its stupidity, which it doesn't look like I can. I did have, oh, maybe because it's on here. Give me a second. But anyway, guys, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, and we don't. This is going to look like shit in the next couple of months. I'm just gonna have to look it up. All right. Well, we can also do this. Let's see. Give me a second. And again, this list of people losing their jobs is insane. I was a little taken back by the amount of people losing their shit. This, of course. Oh, coming, getting closer. If I can't find it, I'll just pull it up. Give me a second. You guys can keep yourself busy in the chat. That's bananas. All right, I can't find it. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. All right, all right, all right. So they have this breakdown here. We're going to look at job cuts in 2025. As of October, 1.1 million jobs have cut. This article is fairly long, so bear with me. But Amazon, like I said, 30,000 jobs. American Airlines, they're looking to cut, they said, and I quote, an undisclosed amount, which is never good. Not that it's never good, but that means they don't have a number of people that they're going to cut. So it could be 5, it could be 500. But if American Airlines starts cutting, they're cutting management and support staff. Support staff, I don't know what that is, but that just means, guys, there's going to be less flights to deal with. You have Applied Materials. I never heard of this company, but they're looking to cut at least 1,400 employees. Tumblr, for those of you who might not know, that's another app that like really fell off. They're looking to cut nearly 1,500 people. Now, some of these cuts have already happened, so keep that in mind. Best Buy is cutting more Geek Squad staff because no one really needs them, those nerds. Who needs the people of Geek Squad? Not the point. BlackRock cutting 1% of their workforce. So 1% of their workforce, keep in mind, they let go 3,700 workers. Sorry, they added 3,700 workers last year, but looking to add another 2,000, but cutting 1% of their 21,000 workforce. So what is that, 200 people? That's not a lot, right? Blocks, they're like a, what you call a company. They deal with like Afterpay, Square payment and stuff like that. They're laying off 1,000 workers. Bloomberg states they're laying off approximately 2,700. Blue Orion, that's the shuttle company, if I'm not mistaken, 10% of their workforce, which is roughly 1,000 employees. Boeing is letting go 400 employees or roles. BP, which is overseas, they're slashing 7,700 jobs. Bridgewater, 90, that's nothing. Bumble, that's the dating app, 30% of their workforce. That's approximately 200 employees. Now, the lady, there was a movie on this whole thing and how she made it and how she got cut from, rather she left Tinder, the lady that runs Bumble. But I find it interesting that she's letting go 200 employees. Burberry, not sure who this is, but they're letting go 1,700 jobs. Carter, which is the baby clothing company, they're letting go 15% of their workforce. So again, you guys get the gist of what's going on. Where are all of these people going to go? Now, keep in mind, guys, the people that are getting let go from their position, there are other companies that are letting go that same position. So what are these people going to do as far as work goes? Right? They have to, unfortunately, think outside of the box. Now, a lot of people are stating, and I'm not trying to start a conversation about this, but a lot of people are, rather, excuse me, there are articles stating that every month OnlyFans and sites like OnlyFans are seeing an increase of creators. And I say it that way because you don't need to be really creative to throw your vagina on there. Though some women are using OnlyFans as a more creative aspect. So they're not just throwing it out there. They're doing different things. And they're being pretty good about it, if you will. There's one girl, she's not on OnlyFans, she's not a model in that aspect. She does Instagram, and she does conspiracy, I think some of you have seen it. She does conspiracy theory videos while she's golfing or she's about to swing. She makes a lot of money doing that, right? So, I mean, you got to be, yes, OnlyFans is definitely going to be oversaturated. That's for sure. I mean, but look at YouTube. People thought that YouTube was going to get so oversaturated there wasn't going to be any money to be made. People are still making money. Now, Depends on how far, or rather how hard you want to work. That's going to dictate how much you get paid, right? So people have to come up with another avenue of work, and you should be doing it. You should be coming up with another avenue of work, guys, because of AI. If you sit at a desk, you have to come up with another way or source to make money. Now, I did see a chick talking about painted, be real, talking about painted assholes. I did see a chick who is a quadridextrous. That was pretty impressive. She does paintings with all four of her limbs. Now, that right there, that's fucking very, that's a very interesting way to make money. And she records herself doing so. Now, she, when you watch her videos, it's sped up, it's high speed, so you see her drawing 4 separate pictures with her hands and her feet. So each hand is drawing a picture or painting a picture, and each foot is painting a picture, and they're all 4 different pictures. And when she turns them around, it's awesome. In fact, with her hands, I don't know if she does, I didn't focus on her feet too much, but with her hands, she does the pictures upside down. That chick's gonna go a long way. That chick's gonna go a long way. So yes, you have to come up with a different avenue. You gotta be creative. Like when I find the video, if I can upload the video, I gotta show you guys. It's one of the most like fascinating. I was so fascinated by the video. I was standing there like, and I'm looking at it to see if it's AI. It's not. I'm like, is she doing the same person? No. 4 different people, 4 different limbs. I was like, holy shit. And again, she sped it up. So that means that was taking her a long time to do. But I'm like, yo, she can make money doing that. She can sell those pictures for a ton of money. And let's just say, not hoping that it happens, but if she loses a leg or two, those pictures are going to be worth money. And I'm wondering if she signs in the back, left foot, right hand, left hand. She does them all at the same. Yo, you got. If I can find this video, I have the video saved. I got to see if I can upload it so that you guys can see it. It is incredible. It's one of the most incredible things you'll ever see. And I'm not easily amazed, not at all. That was the most amazing shit I said. Anyway, point, guys, is that you got to come up with another revenue, right? If you can cook, start a cooking channel for YouTube or OnlyFans, right? Because yes, OnlyFans, guys, you can use OnlyFans for other things other than being naked. Believe it or not, you can do a cooking show on there. No, it doesn't have to be cooking with Kaya, any of that nonsense. You can go on there and cook. If you are a good artist or you're good watercolors, do that. But you got to stick with it. It's why I tell people, if you're going to jump into a new venture, you got to start now. Don't wait till your job is done and then you're like, oh man, where's my paycheck? Start right now. Start today. Stop this live stream and go get something done. Write a plan out. Do something. Because you, again, you're sitting at a desk. AI is going to replace you inside of another year or two. And it's moving fast. There are a lot of people that are sitting home right now going, it's not going to happen to me. Okay. Look at all these people that lost their jobs at these fine establishments. They are all out of work right now because they thought it was never going to happen to them. And it did. And now look where they are, right? Fucking screaming into the void because there's no work out there. So you have to be very, very stealthy. Trump won. That's interesting. Grow plants, poppies are worth money. There was something else somebody did. If you got a change jar, right? Look through that. Apparently, especially the 20-25 pennies, if you can get your hands on a lot of those are worth money. Apparently, there was a guy that sold a box of rolled up 20-25 pennies for $1,000 or $1,200, excuse me. There's money out there, guys. There's money to be made. Even with AI, there's money to be made. 5G Trevor, yes, OnlyFans was meant for a lot of other things than porn. Yes, you're right. And in fact, there's still people on OnlyFans that do like behind the scenes stuff. You know, like there's a photographer who's still on there. I had to check to see who's still on it. Who's still on there? He does this behind the scenes on how he edits, how he takes his photos. I think he does a thing where he shows you how he developed his film. He's a digital camera guy, but he also does film. So listen, guys, there's a lot of avenues out there, but you got to think of something. If you're about to retire, then enjoy your retirement. But you got to think of something, you know, because this is going to bite a lot of people in the ass. And I'm hoping that a lot of you that are watching, Kimberly said, I sit at the desk, I'm pretty sure I'll be done by next June. So, Kimberly, you got till June to think of something, right? You got time. But don't sit on it. Start thinking about it. Yeah, you could sell pennies. You could sell nickels, dimes. Listen, there's a whole industry on this thing. My son's been keeping me abreast of what's going on because we have so many like quarters, nickels, and dimes. I have 40 years worth of change. 40, yeah. No, longer than that. Probably 45 years worth of change in a water jug. So, yeah. It's definitely, there's definitely something in there. But you look through your pennies. If you got a stash like that, you'll find something. Brian said a box of 2025 pennies are easily going for $1,000 right now. Yeah. Yeah. And Brian said, good luck finding them at banks. You can find them at banks. You got to be Johnny on the spot. So I'm calling up banks tomorrow to see whether or not they have the what you call of pennies, right? Because they don't give a shit. They're trying to get rid of them anyway, right? So if that's the case, buy them. Whatever they cost, buy them and then sell them. Turn them around or sit on them. Sit on those pennies, right? You don't have to buy them and then sell them right away. Just, you know, fucking sit on them for a little bit. Then the value goes up. Trust me. But whatever it is, guys, whatever you're thinking of doing, start thinking of it now. Write out a plan. Do whatever needs to be done because you're going to be in the trenches with these people looking for work. And that is a reality. Now, me, unfortunately, I'm getting ready to retire soon. I have another 2 years, right? So, if I stay 30 years, that's 7 more years. I'm really bad at math, but I think that puts me at 55 if I retire. So 2 more years puts me at 50, right? So yeah, I don't want to stay that long. You know, I mean, I do want to enjoy my retirement for at least 10 years before I get chronically ill or sick. You know, or just get old. And, you know, I have a lot of pennies saved. Then look through those pennies, man. Definitely listen. There's a job or an idea out there waiting for you to get rich on. Hell, start learning how to invest. Start learning how to day trade. Day trading is not that hard. I am just not interested in all of the nonsense that goes along with it. But I've been doing some day trading. And I'm trying to get into it, but it's so boring, man. Like, it's boring. And so a lot of people say you have to focus on making money. If you can focus on making money, you can stick it out with day trading. I'd rather stick fucking hot screwdrivers in my eyes. But nonetheless, if you have the time for it, yeah. Did you lose your sick time when you left last time? Patty, no. I didn't. I got it back. You have enough AP, you can retire. Yeah, I do. Again, 2 more years puts me at 25 years. Apparently, I lost my year and 9 months, right? It was a year and 9 months I was out. And I lost that time. So they took the time back. And so now I'm at 23 years and some change. So I got to do 25 and then I'm gone. I actually have to do 26 years and then I'm out. Then what, another 2-3 years? I'm out of here. But yeah, I do want to enjoy my retirement. I don't want to not enjoy it. So, like I said, guys, this thing is coming, whether you like it or not. It's an inevitability. And you know, it's funny. Like 20 years ago, I knew that AI was coming. I just didn't think AI was going to replace every job out there or try to replace every job out there. And the fact that a lot of these companies are telling people, well, listen, son, we're replacing you with AI, and some companies are just lying and been like, well, we didn't make a lot of money last year, so we got to let you go. And then they replace you with AI. Now they're really saving money because now they don't have to hire anybody. And even if they do good next year because of AI, guess what doesn't happen? They don't hire anybody, right? You don't get you lose your job. In fact, they'll probably fire more people if AI does that well, because they're going to start testing AI in different spots now. They're like, oh, we had AI management. They have AI managers right now, AI managers. And the one AI manager that called this guy, I mean, like, there's a side of me, and I'm like, that was hoping it was a lie and an act. The more I looked into it or thought about it, rather, I was hoping it was a lie. But the AI management that calls this guy up in the morning, sends him an email, and tells him that it'll be calling him at 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning. It calls him, and this thing on the phone is sitting there. I am sorry about yesterday. It's a female voice. I'm sorry about yesterday. I didn't mean to lash out at you. An AI manager lashing out, something's wrong. And the fact that he couldn't talk to a human or get to talk to a human was bizarre. It is the most bizarre shit. I didn't even know they were going to do AI managers. So this thing is doing everything, and this one AI manager could probably talk to 1,000 people at one time, and talk to 1,000 people 1,000 different ways, but possibly 1,000 different accents, right? So this is where we are right now. Someone's asking, do you think law enforcement, AI law enforcement? Not yet. The problem with police robots is the unpredictability, unpredictability of those robots. You know, that's the problem. You don't know if that thing's going to break somebody's arm or rip it off. You don't know what it is, and people rather not deal with that. But I don't see it happening. At least not for another 10, 20 years. At the very least, 10, 20 years. We might see, in 20 years, we might see a program for a robot. But not those dumb things that you see walking around, the dog robots. Not that. Like a fully functioning, hands-on RoboCop. We won't see that technology for another 20 years or so. You know? Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Firefighting, on the other hand, that's a rough one. Because a robot or AI firefighter doesn't have the consciousness of taking chances and things like that, right? So it might not do that. So we might not see that for another 20 years or so as well, maybe 30, but everything else is going to be replaced. Waitresses, replaced, right? The guy that fetches your luggage at the hotel, replaced. The lady at the desk, gone. You're talking to a computer now, right? You show up, scan your face. How are you doing, Mr. Charles? How's it going? And then, then you give your card, you scan it, and then you go up to your room. They already have hotels that are like that right now. It's all automated. There's no people in there other than someone to help clean your, help change your sheets and stuff. And even some hotels won't have a person change your bedding. You do it, but you also pay a lot less. But that's what we're seeing, and it's changing so that corporations can save money. It's not about yes, I guess accuracy does help, efficiency does help, but it's more about saving money. You know how much money Amazon's going to save by firing 30,000 people? These companies that are letting go over 1,000 employees, you know how much money they're going to save and replace them with AI? Boatloads of money. And as soon as they can figure out how to completely make that job automated, like right now, I was talking to an AI rep with, I was talking to a human today, but the chat bot was AI. It was trying to talk to me. I'm like, yo, listen up, Robo. Give me a human. And every time I said that, they're like, okay, I'll get you to a human. And it did. And then I yelled at her for like 2 minutes, fucking straight. And then, whatever. But not the point. My point, guys, is that everybody's job is getting replaced at some point in time. Some jobs are going to take a little longer. Firefighting and PD's probably going to take a little longer. Senators, and presidents and stuff like that, probably never. Unless Skynet goes live and kills us all, yeah. We're not going to see a lot of that. But, Lamami, thank you for the donation, one. too. I saw that yesterday, and I texted that to my daughter. My daughter wants to be a nurse or a doctor. She's leaning more towards doctor now. But yeah, nursing is not considered a professional job. Isn't that some shit? Or professional career, excuse me. That you don't need a degree for that. Like a nursing degree is not considered, it's not considered a professional job. Excuse me. That's bizarre. You got to learn medicines and measure. Like, there's a lot that goes along with being a nurse. For them to say that's bizarre. You know why? Because they're going to introduce nursing robots. That's the lead right there. That'll tell you that right now. Nursing degree not considered a professional job. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick before we go off the air. Before we go off the air. Hold on. You know, sometimes, man, I just want to fucking smack my computer right in the mouth. Like, what is going on with this thing? It's probably hearing me talk shit about robots. Like, oh yeah, fucko? And then I'm typing like a fucking robot over here. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so nursing.com 3 days ago. So nursing no longer classified as a professional degree. What is at stake? So right now, U.S. Department of Education has excluded nursing from its list of recognized professional degrees. Programs, a move that may have implication for students, schools, and the future of nursing workforce, which, while this change doesn't affect the licensure or legal standing of a nurse, it could alter access to financial aid and limit advanced educational opportunities. All right. So basically, they're worried about the financial standings of it. And though you still need to be registered as a nurse, you still need to go do the schooling, financial aid might make it harder for nurses to become nurses. So that's what they're worried about. They're also stating the barriers to advanced nursing education. Graduate level nursing programs are essential for training nurse practitioners, clinical nurse specialists, nurse anesthesiasts, nurse educators, and nurse leaders. I don't know what that is. Many of these roles are critical to addressing healthcare gaps, especially in primary care, mental health, rural or underserved communities. By potentially limiting the accesses to affordable graduate educations, the reclassification may result in fewer qualified candidates pursuing advanced practice roles, workforce shortage in areas already experiencing deficits, and reducing pipelines of nurse educators, which limits how many new nurses can be trained. Currently, right now, enrolled in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, or BSN programs, at 869 colleges, or 267,000 students looking to become nurses. How will this impact the healthcare? Longer wait times for patients seeking primary and specialty care, reduced capacity in educational programs to fewer nurse faculties, and increased burnout among existing staff due to staffing shortage. Now, here is where the WEF plan comes into play, right? So the World Economic Forum's 8 predictions of the world, which one was number 4? Prediction number 4, home-based medical care will become more common, allowing for remote consultations. With less nurses out there, longer wait times, more frustrated people, they're going to switch over to one of the World Economic Forum's prediction. And how do you do that? You create chaos within the medical community or the medical industry by doing this. This is the beginning of the World Economic Forum's nonsense. Now, again, this is me conspiracy theory or theorizing and linking the two together. One probably has nothing to do with the other. But I saw the connection as soon as I saw this last part here where it says longer wait time for patients seeking primary or specialty care. The World Economic Forum is definitely starting their shit. And that makes sense. Number 4 now makes sense. I'm like, home-based medical care, how's that going to work? There you go. There goes the connection. So, guys, they're already starting their shit. And they're moving a lot faster than I thought. It's interesting how the World Economic Forum came out with their 8 predictions for the world in 2030, which is in 5 years, and then this happened. This article, the 8 predictions of the World Economic Forum in 2030, came out early this year or last year. And now look what they did. They just demeaned or declassified the nursing profession, and now they're on their way to getting the home care inside your home. Now here's the problem with home care. I thought about it the other day. And I'm like, there are a lot of stupid people out there. Who and how are these people supposed to take care of themselves? How's that supposed to work? They're going to explain it. You could talk to people and it's still not going to, you could show them exactly what you need to be done and they're still going to mess it up. The amount of people that are probably going to get their readings wrong, their testing wrong, is going to be out of control. I don't know how this, guys, is going to work. I don't see it working, but nonetheless, the World Economic Forum is already starting their nonsense. So what is that going to look like? Well, because it's going to look like shit is what it's going to look like. Nonetheless, guys, again, that was an interesting connection right there. I am going to go off the air right now. I need to do some work before I lay down and have to head into work tomorrow morning. So, yeah, I will see you guys probably Wednesday, most likely Wednesday for a doubleheader. And then if I'm off Friday, I'll do a Friday live stream as well. Because Thursday is Thanksgiving, so it is going to be Wednesday, excuse me. I won't have a live stream Thanksgiving, but I will do a live stream Friday if I'm off. Outside of that, guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it as always. Yeah, listen, if you have any more interesting articles or information on the World Economic Forum, their bullshit, or anything connecting to their 8 predictions, please email it to me at angryprepper@yahoo.com or angrytruth77@gmail.com. Other than that, thank you guys. I appreciate it, and see you guys later. You walk to work, AP. Dan Phillips, I'm not walking to work. I have to go to Metrotech for my physical, my annual physical. All right, guys? Good night.